Toasty Talk 4. 4. 4. 4. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Okay, so today, I don't have a ton to talk about. I know I said I was going to do the Even Stevens gimmick. I didn't yet, because I'm filming this kind of early, so I just haven't done it today yet. But I will do it tomorrow. So instead of doing that, we're going to talk about some other junk that I did yesterday. Mostly listened to vinyl records. That's what I did. I listened to the Superman vinyl, and I listened to the, my hair looks crazy today, by the way. I just got out of the shower, so you gotta, But, well, first of all, I did listen to a couple albums today. I listened to, Undercurrent by Bill Evans, because I've been on a jazz thing. I mean, I've always on a jazz thing. But I was listening to some jazz stuff, and that was just kind of popped up, and I was like, why not? Because I've listened to his first one. I forget what the heck it's even called, but it has, like, the MASH theme on it. It's awesome, by the way. That one is really good. Let me see, actually. Can I do that? You Must Believe in Spring. That's what it's called. And that one is really good. Really good. It's got some... He's a piano guy, like pianist, and I love piano. I've always wanted to learn how to play. Dave Brubeck is another one you should check out as well. Vince Guaraldi, etc., etc. But Bill Evans is just a man. I think Bill Evans is on Blue and Green by Miles Davis. I'm fairly certain about that, with Cannonball Adderley and John Coltrane and Miles Davis. I think. I'm pretty sure that's Bill Evans. And that album is easily the best jazz album ever, in my opinion. So, he's definitely good. And I listened to his second one. It had a lot of guitar on it. It reminded me of, I forget what that song's called. It's off of Court of the Crimson King. It's like, Lonely Moon Child, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about? And at the end, it has like that giant section where they play all the weird stuff, and it's just like a couple of guitars and stuff. The guitar on this album, because it's got like a piano and a guitar, it sounds just like that. It reminded me of that immediately, which is not a bad thing, because that album is awesome and that song is awesome. So yeah, not bad. I like You Must Believe in Spring better, but it wasn't bad. Then I did Sleeping with Sirens' second record, which I believe was like Cheers to This or something. I forget what it's called. The first one was tremendously better, in my opinion. I didn't dislike it, mind you. I'm not saying that. But I just felt like the first one was a lot better to me. It wasn't as like... This one just felt more like pop. And I'm not a pop dude, so like it just didn't really, work for me. Here's a little peek of the forehead, by the way. It looks really bad today. I'm sorry. Whatever. Nobody cares. But yeah, I wasn't like super into that one as much. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Okay, I'm not saying that. I just felt like the first one was better. It scratched that like emo itch that I have, and the second one just didn't as much. It didn't. I'm not saying it had bad songs on it, but it just was not as good to me. Anyway, that's about it for that. However, yesterday, my mother got me some chicken hibachi, bro. And I'm sitting on this chair right here. You can see my vinyl right there, bro. My vinyl player right there. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to just listen to some vinyls when I'm eating. And I had this one in at the time. This is going to be hard to do. I had this one in at the time, which is an absolute banger. And I'm telling you, I mean, Fellowship of the Ring, I have the One Ring, by the way. Literally, it's awesome. I forget what that, Weta Workshop, I think I got it from. And it's like a silver one. It's like $200. Check that out, because them things are awesome. I got one a couple years ago for my graduation, ring, when I graduated high school. And it's good. So check out Weta Workshop. But I've always loved Lord of the Rings. My dad got me into Lord of the Rings when I was a kid, and I remember Fellowship especially was always my favorite. And I remember I had a PS2 game. This is a good one. I was in, what, probably, I don't even know. It wasn't kindergarten, but it was probably like upper elementary school. So maybe like third grade. I think I was in third grade. Ms. Limley's class. I think that's what it was. And we were at recess, and I kept playing this game on my PS2. My dad got me well, he didn't get it, but he got it from somebody, a PS2. And this is like Xbox 360 days, you know, that like those have been out for a long time at this point. But I never had a gaming console when he got me a PS2. And I remember SmackDown versus Raw was the first time I ever saw wrestling in my life, and that just blew my mind. So thank goodness he got me that thing when he did, because, yeah, we could get into wrestling eventually, right? I mean, I could literally spend all day talking about wrestling, literally all day. I can make 100 of these just about wrestling. But that was my first introduction to professional wrestling, right, in like 2011. And then I remember my dad got me a best of 2011 pay-per-view matches, WWE thing, and it had John Cena, CM Punk, and Money in the Bank. Blew my mind, right? It blew my mind. Because, see, bro, I can't. We'll do that one day, okay? We'll do that. We'll get into a wrestling thing one day. I'm not going to do it today because I'm trying to talk about these vinyls. But one day I'm going to do a whole wrestling thing, I'm telling you. Anyway, but he got me into, he loved The Matrix and he loved Lord of the Rings, and he watched them all the time. And Lord of the Rings, I remember Fellowship was always my favorite one because it had everything. Mines of Moria, Lothlorien, Rivendell, Misty Mountains, everything. Boromir's death. You know, it was just like, man, it had Hobbiton, it had everything. I was like, this is awesome. This movie rules. And as I've gotten older, I've gotten more and more into it. And I've read the book, I've read The Hobbit, right? And I haven't seen the Hobbit movies yet, actually. So that's something. But I have read the book. And I've always loved the soundtrack. Howard Shore is just the man. And when I was reading both of them, which took a long time, I listened to Howard Shore the entire time, you know, because he's the man. And when I saw that they were made vinyls of that soundtrack, I was like, I have to get them. I found this in the wild, bro. I found this at Barnes & Noble, bro. Barnes & Noble had this junk. That's crazy. And I remember it was like one of the last ones I looked at, too, and I saw that junk. I was like, what? I went in there. I got Yes, like they're self-titled, which is incredible, by the way. What a dang vinyl. Like, that's easily the best sounding vinyl I own, so check that junk out. Like, man, I See You, oh my gosh, that's like the second song on the A side. Incredible, bro. It's just insane. But anyway, I found this and I found The Dark Knight. And when I saw The Dark Knight, I was like, holy schmoly, Hans Zimmer, bruh, I'm getting this. I still haven't listened to the whole thing of the Hans Zimmer one, but I have listened to the Lord of the Rings one. That's what I was doing yesterday. I listened to the D side, which had May It Be, which, oh my word, May It Be. Here's the back, by the way. I mean, you've seen this thing, I'm sure. But May It Be, banger, bruh. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here, bro. I got my little, hibachi. I'm eating it, bro. And I'm starting to cry, bro. Not really, but I'm about to start crying. Like, this junk is just hitting different. You know, it's the credits song, by the way, May It Be, for Fellowship. And, man, it was hitting. It was just hitting. The whole thing is good. You know, Kai's of Doom is one of my favorites. That one's just incredible. The Bridge of Kai's of Doom. Parth Galen isn't on here, which is kind of a bummer. That one is top-notch. Misty Mountains is top-notch. That's not on here either. But this one does have some really good ones. Council of Elrond, Lothlorien, Bridge of Kai's of Doom. I mean, May It Be. The Prophecy, that is fire. That's the first song on the A side. It hits, bro. It hits. But yeah, this is a really good vinyl. For some reason, it plays weird on mine. I mean, it's like a Crosley. It's not a bad Crosley though. It's a decent one. So and I have like a acrylic mat, and I have a lot of vinyls that sound really good on it. So I don't know why this one sounds kind of funky on it. I mean, it's probably just pressed differently. Like it is kind of thin, and the middle bit where like it stops playing is like really big. I'm not a vinyl expert, okay, at all, but I'm assuming it's just pressed differently because it's so highly produced. You know, it's like an orchestra thing, so I guess that's probably why. Just to fit everything, they had to kind of press it different, I'm sure. So maybe my vinyl player just can't play it right. Or maybe the needle's just not going in far enough. But the thing is, I mean, it goes in far enough for all my other records, so I don't know. Anyway, whatever. But it sounds fantastic. When it does work, it sounds great. And that last song was hitting. Anyway, we're done with that. Now, we're getting to the big boy. This is, I mean, if you've seen my other videos, you've seen my Superman poster on my wall. I have the original poster. InArt is making a 6-scale figure of that of Christopher Reeve. No question in my mind, I'm getting that eventually. I have the Henry Cavill. If you want me to do one of those, I might end up doing one of those. I know I'm asking you because you're not even watching. I'm watching this, but anyway, I may end up making a video on my 6-scale figures, because I have a good bit of them, and I don't know, maybe if I get a new one, I'll definitely do that. I haven't got one in forever, but if I do get a new one, I might. Anyway, but I love Superman. You've seen my Superman tattoo. I guarantee it. There it is right there. Boom. First issue of Superman. Not Action Comics, but Superman. I love the character. He's my favorite superhero ever. No question about it. Like, bro, I remember when the David Corn Sweat trailer came out. I was crying, bro. Every time I watched it. Because of the soundtrack. It was just hitting different, bro. I was like, this junk is lit. This is fantastic. Like, the movie, and I went to go see it twice. I went to go see it in IMAX first. I'll be honest, I haven't watched it since. I need to watch it again. I watched Peacemaker Season 2 as well. Peacemaker Season 2 left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not saying it was bad, but it just, like, it was good. I actually enjoyed it thoroughly, except for the last episode. The last episode left a bad taste in my mouth, and I was like, this just isn't what I wanted from the show. You know, and then you have to wait forever for them to do anything. Like, oh yeah, checkmate, cool. Like, bro, I'm a DC fanboy, okay? And it's like, yeah, checkmate, but it's checkmate. Am I supposed to be that excited about this? You know what I'm saying? If it was like if it was like Justice League of America or Justice League International, or like, you know, if it was like Freedom Fighters, or like, you know, I'd be excited. But it's like, bro, it's checkmate. You know what I'm saying? It's not that crazy. Like, we already have the Suicide Squad. We already have, like, those types of groups. We already have Argus. We already have, like, it's just another one of those. It's not that big of a deal to me. But anyway, and I hate Rick Flag. They completely ruined that character for me. I liked him in Grinch Commandos. I hate him in Peacemaker. I hate him. Like, I don't know how they're going to have any kind of character redemption for him, because I literally hate that character. I don't ever want to see him again. But whatever. I am very excited for Man of Tomorrow. I'm very excited for Supergirl, because Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is easily my favorite, like one of my favorite DC comic books ever. It's top tier. Tom King is killer. Bellicus Evely is literally one of my favorite artists ever. I've contemplated getting her art on me as, you know, as a tattoo before. I love it. I love that comic, and I'm very excited for that movie, especially with Lobo in it. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Superman was decent. It pleased me very much when I first saw it. I remember when I first saw it in the theater, I was very happy about it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was listening to the soundtrack all the time. But as time has gone on, it's not my favorite. You know, I'm not saying David isn't really good. He is. I'm a Brandon Routh guy. I know that's kind of strange. There's not many people that are like that. I feel like most people are, you know, Henry Cavill or you know, Reeve, which I do love Christopher Reeve, of course. He's easily number one. But just my personal bias, Brandon Routh is my favorite, and the reason why he's my favorite is because of the Kingdom Come thing that he did for Crisis. That junk is goated. That's easily my favorite depiction of Superman I've ever seen in live action, no question about it. Now, Henry Cavill in Justice League with the black suit, that goes hard, okay? I'm not going to lie. It's fire. But, like, he's not my favorite because the writing isn't my favorite. The casting is A1. I think Henry Cavill is easily the best cast Superman ever. I mean, other than Reeve. But since Reeve, he's easily the best cast Superman. He's perfect. But the writing just wasn't it to me. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like Superman to me. Now, do I like Man of Steel? Yes. the soundtrack is incredible. I can't wait to get the Man of Steel soundtrack on vinyl. I'm gonna try to find it anyway. The Hans Zimmer junk, like even BVS has a really good soundtrack. But just Junkie XL and Justice League, that junk is awesome. But you know, and to transition from this, we got some John Williams Superman, brother. John Williams Superman score on vinyl. This junk is top tier. I mean, I've listened to this soundtrack 15,000 times already before I got this, but this is fantastic. I mean, the same thing happened to me that I was just talking about with Let It Be, or May It Be. Is this the Beatles? May It Be. And I was on, side 3, because I listened to the first disc a while ago, but I never listened to the second one. I put that thing on, the A side, side 3. The first thing that plays, Can You Read My Mind, bro? I mean, when I tell you that junk is beautiful, bro, like, oh my gosh. It's just the greatest. Like, I mean, I've listened to that song 15,000 times. The love theme, the main theme, the Fortress of Solitude, the terrorist theme, flying with her, and then the, Can You Read My Mind? But I usually don't listen to it with the vocals. And this had the vocals. It had Margot Kidder talking to me. And I remember I was just like, man, come on now. Come on. It was just so good. And I'm telling you, now, I'm not saying there's not no weird stuff on here, because the Luther theme and the Otis theme and all that, I mean, it's just not that great. But, the stuff that is, when it's good, it is 10 out of 10. And I'm telling you, this is worth getting because it's incredible. And it comes with so much stuff. It comes with like a dang newspaper article and like all kind of junk, bro. It's so cool. Like, the vinyls look awesome. I mean, look at this. I haven't even read this yet. Look at this. This is so sick, bro. Look at this. This is nuts. I need to read this, actually. I might do that today. I have the Death of Superman omnibus. And that has a lot of that stuff in it, too. Like, they did that when he died. They made a lot of those types of thingies. Oh, there's the inside as well. They made a lot of those types of thingies with it, where it was like, it had a bunch of newspaper stuff, like, Death of Superman and whatever. Like, Perry Pictures and Jimmy Pictures and Lois, articles and whatever else. And just really good stuff, And I think the inside, like the binding, not the binding, but like the inside of the interior, like covers, like when you open it, like the interior of the cover is newspaper. So I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked at it in a while because I read it so long ago. But yeah, it's so cool. It has like the trifold and everything. Man, it's cool. The Death of Superman omnibus is top tier. It's the best omnibus ever made, in my opinion. The Marvel vs. DC one's good too. I have that one as well. But yeah, that one is really good. It's my favorite for sure. It's huge. Anyway, this vinyl is awesome. That soundtrack, to me, every time I listen to it, makes me emotional. Especially the Jonathan Kent stuff. Like, that scene always gets me to my core. And like, even in the first Spider-Man movie. By the way, I saw the Danny Elfman Spider-Man score on vinyl in Barnes & Noble. I probably should have gotten it, but I was like, I didn't want to get rid of Yes. I couldn't get 4 of them. I was like, I don't want to get rid of Yes. I have to get, Lord of the Rings. And I really wanted to get The Dark Knight. Because honestly, The Dark Knight has a better soundtrack than Spider-Man. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying that Danny Elfman isn't really good. If they had the Danny Elfman Batman score, I would have got that immediately. They had the soundtrack, like with Prince and all that. But they didn't have the score, and I was like, I don't want this. But anyway, Superman the movie, it just means so much to me. Like, I love that movie so much. It's my favorite movie ever, by far. And Superman as a character is my favorite character ever, by far. And this vinyl is really good, so check that thing out. And check out the Lord of the Rings one as well, because that one's also really, really good. I'm definitely going to be getting Two Towers and Return of the King as well. I can't wait for, like, the Return of the King one, because that one's probably the best soundtrack, I think. But yeah. Anyway, is that about it for today? I guess so. I haven't watched the Even Stevens show or like the last episode of the movie yet. I'm going to do that today. But I just wanted to film because I didn't want to wait till like it get dark outside. It gets dark at like 5 o'clock. And I was like, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I just decided to do it now. But yeah, thank you for watching this. I'm gonna make more every day. I like doing these; they're fun, and when I have junk to talk about, especially if I could talk about wrestling, that would be great. I will definitely do that for sure. I'll be talking a lot of wrestling on this, most likely a lot of music on this. Um, yeah, eventually when I get into like a video game kick, I'll talk about video games a lot as well. I'm sure. Like when like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 9 is coming out in February, like a month away. And I cannot wait, bro. I'm a huge Resident Evil guy. You've seen my RE5 poster as well. I love, love, love Capcom. And I'm very excited to play that game. And once I beat the game, I'll make a video on how I feel about it. But yeah, thank you. You're awesome. You know that? Like, you really are. And you're a beautiful person, and you are valuable and have worth, and you are lovable. I love you, so somebody loves you. I know they do. Even if you don't think they do, they do. I promise you. There's people that love you. And if there isn't, there's me, okay? And Jesus loves you too. But anyway, thank you. I love you. You're awesome. Be good, and I'll see you in the next one at number 5. Bye-bye. I just realized I never even finished the story about me playing about kindergarten. What thing am I talking about? In 3rd grade, at recess. Well, what I did was I had the PS2 game I had for Lord of the Rings, and I remember Legolas in that game had the bow and arrow, and then he had like these 2 little daggers to use, and he'd do this and he'd do the spin and I remember because I'd always play as him when I was a kid. He's my favorite when I was a kid, which he's not even my favorite now. I don't know. I like Boromir and Eowyn the most personally now, but when I was a kid, they were my favorites. And I like Mary a lot too. But when I was a kid, Legolas was my favorite character. And I remember I was doing that stuff. I was pretending to shoot people with arrows and do the little spinnies. And I remember, and I'm a fat kid, okay? And I remember I did the little spin right in front of where the teachers are sitting. And one of them came up to me and was like, "You probably shouldn't be doing that." And they made me stop. But that's the story, okay? I got off on a tangent.